All right, so let's talk about profile optimization. I want to tell you that profile optimization is probably one of the simplest things that you can do, and yet it is absolutely one of the most overlooked things. It's one of those things that people don't spend a lot of time on. It's one of those things that people look at profile optimization and they believe that like they have to go out of their way to do something. And I want to tell you that when it comes to marketing, when it comes to LinkedIn, when it comes to exposure, when it comes to presenting yourself to the world, there's no better thing you can do on LinkedIn than to go ahead and optimize your profile. So it's one thing to get your profile complete, which we're going to talk about first, and then the next thing is to optimize your profile. So first things first, let's start off with the picture. Okay, I want to make sure that you have a picture uploaded to your profile, and I've got a list here of things. I'm going to shoot this page over right here. Profile optimization. These are the things that we're going to talk about here: picture, headline, summary, website, media integration, connections, recommendations. And you're going to get a copy of this. It's either going to be emailed to you or it's off to the side of the video, and it'll be entitled Executive LinkedIn Marketing Strategies and Tactics, Optimizing Your Profile to Get Results. Okay, so first we're going to start off with your picture. I recommend that you use a professional quality photo. I recommend that you use a plain background, a white background, a blue background. I don't recommend a red background. And I recommend that your body is tilted or slanted in the direction of the words off to the right to your profile, just like mine is here in this image. I recommend that you look presentable. I recommend you wearing something either professional or business casual. I definitely recommend smiling from the standpoint of having a welcoming photo. Okay, some people, they simply don't feel comfortable, don't feel natural, don't feel it fits their personality, don't feel it fits their image. So if smiling isn't appropriate, it's not mandatory. However, I like it because for me it is welcoming. All right, so next thing after your picture, we're going to talk about your headline, and that is this section right here. Okay, what we want to do for this section right here is we want to make a statement about who you are and what you do. So when it comes to profile optimization and your headline, we want to have something like a value proposition or a solution. Okay, we want to talk about trust and credibility. We want to basically position you with a value statement and possibly a specific call to action. So here are some examples. Marketing director at, you name your company, Done For You Business Solutions. 1 million books sold, authority on publishing and lead generation, author, speaker, founder, Black Card Publishing. You could say founder at Black Card Publishing. Or a CEO consultant. Client voted #1 Fortune 500 CEO, 10 billion in new revenue, impacted stock price by 400%, best-selling author. Okay, these are some ideas, and if we're working together, if you're working with my team on profile optimization, we will assist you with ideas, or if you've hired us to write it for you, this is something that we'll be taking care of and giving you great ideas for. If you're taking care of your own, this is fairly easy to do. Just go ahead and use, creativeness here and make sure you're pointing out a value proposition, a solution, what it is you do, what's your unique selling position. All right, so next we want to make sure that we have, by the way, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause right there and I'm going to go with this button of complete your profile. You'll probably see that, and what you want to make sure of when you click on complete your profile is you want to make sure you go in and complete your profile. What activities or societies did you participate in as a student at the National School of Business, save it, skip it. And as you can see, it's going to go down here. It's going to cover questions on education for me, volunteer experiences, volunteer opportunities, volunteer causes, volunteer organizations. So the reason it's going to target these for me is because these haven't been filled out as thoroughly as they could be. For you, they might be different. You might have different options, and you'll fill it in, you'll save it. I'm going to skip it for a second, and it's going to go to the next one. It's going to ask me about what degree did I earn. This is still education related. I'm going to skip it so you can see the next one. Now it's jumping to the volunteer experiences. Just walk through this step by step and fill these in to the best of your ability. Hit save after each one, and your profile is going to start to improve little by little. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of there. Here's another thing that I want you to do. When you click on the edit button of your profile, what it's going to do is it's going to give you recommendations based upon what's filled in and what's not filled in. So for languages, okay, my only language is English, okay? So with that said, let's see here. Proficiency. Native, bilingual, full professional proficiency. Okay, I'm going to hit save on that. So what you're going to notice here is that it's taken it out of this section. Okay, so you want to fill in your projects, any publications if you have it, test scores, courses, okay, patents, certifications, volunteering and causes. So you want to make sure that you walk through every step of your profile and you get it filled in to the best of your ability. To fill everything in really to the best of your ability, this is going to take you a good 30-40 minutes, okay? Just take your time, have it filled in. It's going to make you look 10 times better. All right, now after the top is filled in up here, next thing we're going to look at is your summary. Okay, I'm going to slide down, put the summary right here. I've got a couple of notes. Like I said, this is going to be off to the side or it's going to be emailed to you. And what we're going to focus on when it comes to your summary is right here. Okay, things to include: information about you and your company. What do you specialize in? What makes you unique? Points of trust and or credibility. This may include who you've worked with, results, case studies, degrees, etc. You may want to include a short outline of who is your ideal client and who is qualified for your services. You may want to include a call to action. Tell them what you want them to do next. Hey, take a look at my website. Watch this video. Call me. Message me on LinkedIn. Okay? It all depends upon what you really desire for them to do next in the process and how your sales process is built. Next, be personal. Be sure to mention personal things. Things you enjoy, things you do for fun, things about your family. People want to be able to connect with people. They want to know you're real. In marketing, top copywriters talk about including your flaws. Okay? I'm not saying you have to go out of your way on LinkedIn to include your flaws, but don't be afraid to talk about some challenges and how those challenges maybe propelled you to find new answers. These are things that can be included in your summary. All right. Now, after your summary, of course, you want to make sure that your experiences are filled in, okay? What it is that you're currently doing. You can add a position. You can actually move this stuff around on LinkedIn. If I wanted to move my experience up, I could, but I don't want to, okay? Actually, it just moved on me. So I'm going to take it and move it down. Let's see here. I'm going to have to take my summary and move my summary up. All right, there I go, showing you how you can move stuff around, and next thing you know, everything is moved around. Hang on one second. I'm going to pause this. All right, so I'm back. So what we want to talk about here is we want to fill in your experiences, what you're doing now, anything current. The other thing that you might want to do is you may want to do a demo of some kind. If you have something you can demonstrate, you might want to upload, like for example, this here is a video. If somebody clicks on it, they can watch a video here. Under positions, I can add a link. I can upload a file. It can be a PDF document. It can be a video, and I can talk about what we do over here at InLinked Marketing. I could talk about what we do over at Power Marketing and Consulting. I've got recommendations underneath Power Marketing and Consulting. Here are a couple of them. We're going to cover this in just a second. You want to make sure you get at least 10 recommendations, which means you want to go ask, your friends, current clients, past clients. You want to ask them to please, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So here are still some of my past experiences, and under skills, the other thing you want to do is you want to make sure if you click on the edit button for your skills, you want to manage how endorsements work for you, okay? And you want to be endorsed, number one, yes, okay? I would click all three of these, and then what are your areas of expertise? What you want to do is you can do at least 50 skills in here, okay? And what I recommend you do is you fill out at least 50 of these, okay? Let's see. I have well, this one says 50. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What it says is how many I have been recommended for. I'm not sure if I have 50. I think I built mine out to 50. But anyway, with that said, things like, for example, for me, you can see entrepreneurship, strategy, marketing, lead generation, business strategy. You can read all these for yourself. You want to make sure that you have 50 of these in there, and you want to make sure that you fill them in, because if you don't, other people could recommend that you're good at stuff that may not even be in your wheelhouse, but they could make a recommendation of their own if you don't have 50 of them filled in. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that, and this is how they look. These are the people that recommended for these things, okay? Strategy, marketing, lead generation, etc. Okay, Troy also knows about, and I've got, you can see 2219, and then there's 25 more. So these are other things. You got your education. You want to fill that out. You can add a link. You can upload a file. If you're a professional and you want to put a picture of your degree, feel free. Anything and everything you want to add, I recommend you fill this out. Additional info, interests, okay? Love playing with my family, reading, hiking, traveling, outdoors, adventure. You want to fill in your interests. You want to fill in your personal details. Advice for contacting Troy. I've got a phone number down here. You can give me a call. Your honors, your awards, your organizations, languages. Again, recommendations, connections, groups. I'm going to click on recommendations, because what I want you to do for recommendations, here's what you can do. You can ask to be recommended. You go over here, you click on ask to be recommended. You choose what you want to be recommended for, your position. Okay, so you want to make sure your company and position is filled out on your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Who do you want to ask? Okay, you can add up to 200 people, okay? So you can open up this particular window here, and it's going to load all your connections, and you can say, okay, I want to ask Jeff, I want to ask Chris, I want to ask Rick, and then some of these other people, they maybe can't recommend me because we haven't done business together, but Jeremy could, or Ed could, or Linda, and you pick them all, and you can add up to 200, okay? I'm going to hit cancel, come back. And then here's the email address you're going to use to have it sent from, and you put your subject line. They build it out for you if you want to use their recommended message. Can you recommend me? I'm sending this to ask for a brief recommendation of my work that I can include in my LinkedIn profile. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks in advance for helping out. And you go ahead and hit send. Okay, so I highly, highly recommend that you go out and get yourself 200. Okay. With that said, let's go back. All right, so I'm back here under recommendations. I just had to back out of the screen a little bit. Down here, you can't really see it because I need to collapse this if I can. Down at the bottom, you got connections, groups, and following, and I can edit these. You can't really see them because I can't get my screen to go up any higher. But you don't need to be concerned with that. As far as connections, you want to get yourself 500 connections, and if you need help with that, let me know. I've got some strategies. I can show you how to get up to 500 pretty quickly. Groups, we're going to talk about that in a different video. And people you're following, it's not relevant here to your profile right now. The next thing that I want to touch upon is edit your contact information. What you want to do here is you want to put your Twitter handle. You want to add any websites that you have here. And most importantly, you want to edit your personal link right here, okay? This is your public link. If you notice, it says www.linkedin.com/IN Troy Sinclair. If you look at yours down here, it probably is something other than your name, unless you've already edited it. And all you got to do is click edit, and it's going to allow you to go in and change it, okay? I'm not going to monkey with mine. I'm not going to change mine right now because it's exactly where I want it to be. All right. Let me go ahead and hit edit one more time. And I'm going to go back in here, edit your contact information. So with that said, you might want to add your phone number. You might want to add your address. I've got a couple of addresses, one for a Vegas office, one for a Utah office. You want to have your email address. I have my Skype here. So you want to make sure that this is filled out so that people know how to get a hold of you. And that is if you want them to get a hold of you. Like, for example, if you don't want to include a phone number, by all means, don't include a phone number. You can just have your email address so somebody can send you an email. All right, so that is it for the profile optimization. As far as these pages are concerned, why does your profile matter? I want you to take a look at this because it's your face to the business world. When another professional gets a message from you on LinkedIn, they're immediately going to come over and they're going to look at your profile. They're going to begin to decide whether or not they want to speak with you, whether or not you have trust, credibility, authority. Your profile is the key tool. Establishing your expertise. A great profile will get you connected with high-level decision makers. It'll increase your revenue, lower your marketing costs, and position and brand you as the authority. Okay? Again, you'll get this document, things to include in your summary. I did talk about the summary earlier. These are the things to include in your summary right here. You'll get this document. I showed you some of these examples here a little bit earlier. I want you to go ahead and when you're done with your profile optimization, shoot me a quick email with your link, with your new link, with your name, with your customized link. I'll be happy to go over and take a quick look at your profile. All right, be sure to integrate video, and then I've got down below here just kind of an overview of why your profile is really important. Just kind of talking about it in general here. So with that said, make it a great day. I look forward to speaking with you soon.